Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Topflight.
Hey.
How's it going? How's it going, team?
Good.
I am a team.
Okay.
Hooray. We're just going to jump into our crazy game tonight because that's why we're all here. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last time. You collected a couple of things that had been removed from the vaults. You held a vote on whether or not the person who removed those things from the vaults should remain in the team. And though 3 of you, also on the team, voted to remove, one of you abstained, thus we'll never have to reveal what the vote would have been, the machinations of a synthetic devil put the matter to bed. And for now, V is on the team, although, according to Shinobi Red, on very thin ice. Synth Devil also pointed out that because of these events, you now knew something you did not, which is that the doll called Maisie was actually not at all safe in the vault after all this time, and she would need to be dealt with otherwise. Upon entertaining a few possibilities to this, you decided to take her to your friend Dustin Howell, currently the Captain Eldritch, just to, because he's getting bored of not seeing you guys very much, so you need to reach out to him a little more frequently. He's not getting enough screen time. You also met several other members of the Guild of Secrets, who are all super normal and chill. I stand firmly by calling it like a Muppet house, and he did manage to send Maisie to a place sort of sequestered away in a demi-plane. There's concerns that perhaps said demi-plane could become a very problematic other thing, but a lot of measures were taken to prevent that from happening. You now as a group are going to enjoy lunch in a diner and maybe ask Synth Devil for a little bit more clarification as to his origins, as he sent you an email describing his origins that was, given how long he spent composing it, a bit underwhelming and riddled with typos from his swiftly melting iPhone 3GS, because his fingertips are aflame. I am actually going to begin with another just recitation of that email to you, just so you know, kind of fresh in your mind what all your devices just beeped with. I was an simp familiar of Captain Eldritch, and we were stranded on the Astros plane. Then Ghostman found me, and Quorum made me S-body, and now am on Topflight because everybody dirred. He quickly told you that Quorum was Quarket. The Astros plane was the Astros
cleared up the
plane.
whole thing.
That cleared and that cleared it.
That was the one question we had.
Yeah.
So
indeed. So that information has been dispersed, and there you go. That is what happened last time. Am I forgetting any other fun things? I don't think so. Cool. So we are, however, going to begin with another brief.
We did steam clean the doll before.
You steam cleaned the doll and used some magical cleaning to try to make sure there were no water bears and tardigrades inside, I think was the idea. So there was no genetic material of any kind.
Not a virus, not a bacterium.
So
not an amoeba.
With that, I think that we will go ahead and begin.
So just to be clear, same day?
This is the same day. Yes. Yeah.
Still out of heels. Just for the record.
Heels. Yeah, exactly. I've offered a chance to the group to go forward, but they really want to know.
I want to
know what Synth Devil's going to say. Which, hey, you know what? I get it. To that. So to sort of all of these points, before we actually get into it, we do have to do one quick prologue, because I really like doing these. It will be a vote for this team here. Which of the following places you would like to cut to at present? Your options are a crowded flight from Mahoroba Island to Los Angeles, California, or the upstairs attic of a mansion in Witch Haven, Massachusetts.
Wait. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So we have one vote for Mahoroba, one vote for Witch Haven.
Oh, man.
The airplane. I rolled the airplane.
Airplane? Great.
Yeah.
Okay. KJ? Teleportia?
I'm so sorry. Okay.
So I don't have to be.
That's the bitchiest thing you could have done to me. I was literally about to apologize to you because I was going to do it first, right?
And when you said, I'm sorry, that's when she had to jump in.
Yeah.
I'm already going like.
And
So we have...
I am very cross with you at the moment. Okay.
I love you.
I'm gonna roll a die. I'm gonna roll a die.
Roll a die.
It's not on me. It's on
That's
the
what I
dice
did.
gods.
That's what I did.
So if I get an even, it'll be 2, and odd, it'll be 1. All right? Because I
Perfect.
can't.
That
I
makes
can't
perfect
take
sense.
Yeah.
the responsibility of decisions.
I
That's a
couldn't
5.
either.
So it's 1.
A 5. So we are going to a crowded plane coming back from Mahoroba Island, where Rumor Inc. are currently writing economy. Susan takes up a full row and is very sort of cramped over.
Oh, honestly, it's economy, don't we all?
At present, I suppose that, I think at this exact time, probably Masquerade is sort of saying to her, so, Susan, babe, why are you still wearing a bikini? Because now we're like on a. Oh, is this not appropriate? Oh, I'm sorry. She removes the bikini, being a naked yeti once again. This raises a few eyebrows. The Hoboken witch and her familiars are all asking a flight attendant for multiple, beverages and such. And the flight attendant is confused why all of these sort of cats and frogs and bats all need their own drinks, but the Hoboken is like, aha! Different palates for each of my creatures, etc. But the rest of the team will say the well, we're not going to say the normal ones, but in this moment, a little more sort of focused on other more pressing matters. Dr. Volatile, Plethora, and Mind Game are all sort of sitting in a row, and Mind Game is still extremely worked up, and saying things like, "Can't they get this plane to go any faster?" etc., etc. But her friends ask her if she can give them any explanation of what's going on, and she will say, "Okay, see, he's supposed to be dealing with this, and if he's dead, you know where we got our powers, right?" The other women exchange a look. They're not familiar. Mind Game says, "My brother and I, we there was this object, this mutation device. It was number 61, so that shows you how many of them they tried. For whatever reasons, a lot of people who were encountering this had control over sort of illusions or mental things, but whatever gave my brother control over darkness, that seemed to be something much more powerful. Anyway, this thing began forming something else, and we managed to stop it. This was early on, before we stopped talking, but my point is he has it, and I don't think anybody knows he's been containing it." Plethora and Dr. Volatile exchange a look. Containing what? Containing the darkness. The I2. It's gonna get out. I need to get that thing. So what? You have to deal with this now? We have a lot of work to do in case. Just if it gets out, it's gonna come for a lot of people, but it's gonna come for me first. Okay, so fine, we go get it. Where is it? Well, that's the problem. It's in Topflight Tower. The other two begin rubbing their temples. So you mean, that's right. We have to break into Topflight Tower. Anyway, at a
Why
diner.
can't they just make a phone call? It's under new management. Maybe we can help.
It's a very good question.
Maybe
and
we're nice.
Maybe we'll find out about that later. But for now,
If I've learned anything about our competence,
It's that we have
Yeah.
none.
None of us have died yet.
we're gonna have to be tracking them down after they steal this out of our vault.
After they successfully get what they want with no trouble whatsoever.
yes, poor Baron Darkness. He was doing so much good.
We don't know that.
Well,
That boy.
I'm worried that Lumen's about to have a lot more ammunition for her argument. Anyway, welcome to
Oh man. No.
Lunch in a Diner, as you guys enjoy just
Um.
delicious, greasy nonsense.
Yeah, can I get another chocolate malt, please?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, just don't worry about me. Yeah, throw the towel over my shoulder. Yeah, regular diner type. Yeah. Anyway, etc. So, Synth Devil will sort of sit there. Was my explanation insufficient?
It was a little lacking. A little here and there, maybe some more information. Because I'm interested in your
It
origin.
seemed a little short.
I would just like to know what a simp familiar is.
Ah,
in this
forgive
world.
me. I began my existence as a type of fiend called an imp. And
Ah.
with your Arcana score, you certainly know what that is.
It does feel like an iPhone correction to correct imp to simp.
I was an imp.
At least in this day and age.
Well, my dealings in hell are quite inconsequential. Like many imps of my station, I was summoned by a wizard many years ago for a potential partnership. He needed assistance with his spell casting. His name was Thaddeus Bacon. There is like a minor rumble outside on this otherwise clear day.
Does that name mean anything?
Any
to
of
me?
you could roll. I'll tell you what. Everybody who would like to can roll a history check. If you're proficient in Arcana, you have advantage on the check.
Right.
Natural 1. I will not be using hero dice on that roll.
I wouldn't.
Modified 20.
Modify 20.
I think that's it.
Anybody else? Lumen, did you roll?
I did not. I got distracted. Okay.
But you have advantage because you're an Arcana person.
I do. I am. Okay.
So it's a history check, but with advantage.
Now, Lumen, you're our kind of person.
History. Aw. It's not Arcana, it's history.
It is not Arcana. Because you know about Arcana, you had advantage on the roll, but...
Okay. It's 19.
19. I'm gonna just have our the window of resolving things for Lumen and okay, cool. So yes, none of you have ever heard of Thaddeus Bacon.
I didn't want to use a hero die on that.
Yeah, that's probably not worth it. Especially
Yeah.
because you can simply say that's a cue for anyone if they'd like to.
Right.
Who is Thaddeus Bacon?
Thaddeus Bacon was a wizard several decades ago. He earned the title of Captain Eldritch and was the first member of Topflight to hold the title back in 1960. He referred to me as the helpful devil, and I was quite helpful, assisting him and the team on all manner of adventures until something known as the event Some people call it the Crisis War, but the point is that in 1985, everything changed. Things got serious and continuity-filled. A term none of you will likely understand. The point is, in that August year, we had to battle against a foe. A creature called Cthulhu in wizard shape. Though it wore the face of a mage, it was an aberration from a dark and troubling realm, one that threatened even hell. We stood up against it, but sadly, our battle in the astral plane cost Thaddeus Bacon his life and sent me adrift for 20 years, until Ghostman found me on one of his sojourns there. I helped him on his mission, and in return, he told the other members of Topflight, Quarquette, if you recall her before her retirement, was able to use her matter manipulation powers to synthesize a body for me. And thus, I went from being the helpful devil to synth devil. And for 2 years, things were really cool. Then Meridian showed up, and she put all sorts of locks on me, as her religious upbringing led her to believe a devil was not a worthwhile administrator, though I proved my worth on many occasions, and eventually rose to the level of control I had before her untimely demise.
Did that wizard go to a deli a lot on 5th Street? Because I feel like there's a Thaddeus Bacon club at that deli.
It was... Wait. No. Perhaps it was named after him. I shall have to research this.
Maybe in remembrance?
Well, his identity was a secret.
Oh, I see.
But perhaps someone found out. The eyes of Synth Devil are burning with that kind of like fiery light. I will have to investigate this.
So he wasn't like Dustin.
What do you mean? He was
Dustin
nothing
does-
like Dustin.
Okay.
How do you mean?
Oh, well, Dustin prefers to be Dustin. And it sounds like Thaddeus preferred to be, the Eldritch.
Yes, Dustin seems to wish to turn his back upon the mantle, but I have great respect for the title of Captain Eldritch, and believe Dustin will prove his worth. But I wish he had taken a familiar by now.
I'm pretty sure
believe
if
he
you want to
has.
join up.
Yeah.
No,
You-
I serve.
I would understand if you wanted to
Topflight.
return to your Eldritch roots. That seems fine.
I have plenty of fiendish eldritch power now.
Is it customary of Captain Eldritch to have a familiar?
Well, Thaddeus Bacon did, and he was the one I knew. Therefore, it is a proud tradition.
I cannot help but notice that a lot of the word usage coming out of you sounds very, dark and evil.
Ah, when you gave me combat autonomy, some of my speech patterns were able to revert to a more unfettered variety.
What I mean to say is, it sounds like maybe you were on the same side as the Baron?
I certainly was. He was a member of
Oh.
Topflight, and I was his
No,
administrator.
No. I mean, you know, our many conversations as to how
Oh,
our Baron.
your belief
darkness-
that he is evil. No,
the fact that he was evil, yes.
no. Baron Darkness was a good man who kept no secrets and did no ill acts. I assure you,
Okay.
your fears about him are misplaced.
All right. Well, we'll see. All right.
Are you all enjoying your meal?
Great burger.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, what is next? V and I are obviously the lowest two members here, V being below me. But what do you more senior members think our next move should be?
I mean, depending on how many Vs there are at a moment, there would be several lower members. But that's a great question.
What a delightful thought.
Thanks for the just dagger in the heart, y'all.
Well, depending on how many there are, we might have lots of trash. Like, who knows? Like, what?
We have quite a bit. I mean, we still have our primary problem, which I don't think we have a solution or even really a lead anymore. I suppose, hopefully, Tatiana Temple, we are actually tracking that location now.
As of yet, it has moved and we still know its locale.
Well, that's good.
Indeed.
I'm curious. We never had a chance to speak with Shinobi Red about what she saw in there.
Well, we can return to the tower whenever you're ready to bring us back. Teleportia.
Is there anything anyone else can think of? We've dealt with any of the immediate threats we have at the moment, but it's now just the final and the Gray Meridian.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think learning more about the situation will be our best solution.
Are you a superstitious person, Fintan?
Yeah, I believe in luck. I guess that would count.
I would urge you to never say, we've dealt with all the immediate threats. Around Topflight, that has a tendency to beep, 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 beep. Could you do me a favor and roll a d8?
The sheer gall!
Yeah, I'll like slowly move my head towards you.
4.
All right. 4 on
Like,
the table that I drew up for this.
diner.
Oh boy.
Oh my god!
You all, your all of your things are going off beeping. There is
Are
a.
these
there's
like
a-
are these like pagers or like this like an alarm like how?
Yeah, like
Like they're
pagers.
communicators, right?
But sort of he'll say, Shinobi, what is going on? And you hear Shinobi Red's voice saying, all of you get to Alpha Labs right now. Something else got one of their stupid portals or dimensional thing. There's something's rumbling down there. I swear of some alien space. This is the last thing we need right now. Just get to, I'll meet you there.
Perhaps Alpha Labs should be on a permanent watch list.
Indeed.
I just look at Teleportia.
So
I-
Guess we're going to Alpha Labs.
Let's go. I
did those
guess.
protocols affect your laugh? Because you never used to laugh like that either.
I'm sorry.
No, please don't apologize for your
No,
laugh. That's what it is. But
I do
but you
wish
never
to apologize.
did that before, right?
I don't want to make you sad, Lumen.
No, it doesn't make me sad. It's fine. Let's go to the labs. Yep.
Ha ha ha. True.
After we pay for our meal.
This is why she's always late.
Let's go.
I like the idea of Teleportia just opening the portal and saying, "I'll wait for the check. It's fine. Just go." Like.
And I'm real into Teleportia being like, just I see like opening like an old-fashioned coin purse and just like counting change. Yep. All right.
You need exact change? 1 second.
So after the meal is sort of paid for, you guys jump through a portal and you are outside of Alpha Labs. You see about that's fun. There's like 7 people like in lab coats just sprinting away, like and like the ground is sort of quaking.
Well,
perhaps.
Can I grab one and say what's going on?
Yeah,
It was a size differential. We didn't realize the scale. Oh boy, we were just pulling through. We didn't realize. And then suddenly the ground shakes even more tremendously. The front part of the building goes breaking off. I need all of you there, unless you are already in the air, which I don't think anybody said they were, to go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
15.
I guess that's not my worst. Same, 15.
Okay.
23.
23.
21.
Findon.
natural 1.
What did that get you to, though?
Okay. That brings me to an 8.
An 8. Fair enough. So Findon, in spite of being the strongest person on the team, actually, would Synth Devil have already been
Very heavy.
So you're standing on a pebble, kind of awkwardly.
you do fall to the ground as like everything breaks up, and bursting out from the ground, approximately it's extending up, although it's like probably only about waist high at this point. It's about 80 feet tall, is this giant robot that is and it's like climbing its way up. The top of it is kind of like a big glass dome, and there's nonsense sci-fi. It's got some big big robot-y hands with claws
Very
on
Danger
it.
Will Robinson.
Yeah, Danger Will Robinson clutch with a little Iron Giant in there. Take your pick. Giant killer robot.
Does it look like all the materials came from Earth? Because Shinobi said something about like a portal.
This, I'll tell you what. On your turn, if you want to, you can roll it. For now, let's go ahead and roll initiative here.
Can we see if there's someone in that glass dome?
I think with your perception, you can tell there's not.
Okay.
All right, friends. So is anybody here
Cocked.
over a 20?
26.
26. Teleportia is here for it.
Woo!
All right. Anybody 15 to 20?
I have a natural 20, so I'm at 20.
You're at 20. Okay.
Yeah, I went from a 1 to a
Natural
20.
So 20. Anybody from, nobody from 15 to 20? 10 to 15?
12.
12 for V, 10 for armament, and what does Lumen have?
6.
6 for old Lumen. All right, your friend, the synthetic devil, rolls pretty darn bad. He is not an initiative dude. Wow. Tough for him. Okay, so he's just right down there with you, Lumen. And then, giant robots usually aren't very high in their initiative. Let's see if I can buck that trend. Here we go.
Real interesting thing is, do like giant robots get hero dice?
This one has a couple. I rolled a natural 1, friends. So,
cool.
Hey.
So what does that get
congratulations.
it to like a 17?
Is that like the first time in your life?
No, I roll them all the time. That gets it to a 0.
Oh, hey.
So, you guys will have some moments here as this thing kind of rises up. And Teleportia, you are up first. It is 80 feet from its waist to the top. It has 2 arms. There's rubble falling off of it. Also, like, various people have like fallen, like there's people all over the place, like buried in the rubble as this thing has gone up. What are you going to do?
All right. I am going to try to save as many people as I can.
All right. So you want to use portals to just move people out of the way?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Make
Portal
a,
Well, I could do one, so then I'll just save someone from a port, or like where people are closest to, try to make a portal for them to get them out, and then try to pick someone up.
Excellent. So make just an investigation check as you're like ooh, where do I go? What's the most efficient way to do this?
You know what would be so
Yeah.
useful right now?
Yeah.
Rocky Jumper.
Rocky! Let's call him!
Dick.
Oh,
Where is
what?
it?
That's a
I don't
6.
know that he can
Wow.
answer a cell phone.
Or Plymouth Rock. You know, whatever mood it's in.
What? But how can you tell what mood it is in?
The
Just
way
gotta,
it
just
shivers
gotta
in
feel
the wind, yeah.
Did you not feel its
Yeah.
vibes?
Yeah, like,
No.
we were totally vibing.
So Teleportia, what did you get for that check?
It was a 6.
A 6. So yeah, you just go to the closest people and you're like, here you go, and you help them move about 10 feet, it's a help, but it's not, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
and you start trying
Yeah.
to, and if you would also just make like an athletics check for me as you try to, start actually moving some rubble off of something.
Of course. Wow. It just went all to initiative. That's a 4.
All right, so you run over and you're like, and the like the rock settled and they're now more trapped. It's like over more of them. And
Oh
you're
my
like,
god.
"Ugh."
No.
Cool. But Findon, you are up.
Okay, how far away is it?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. So standing up uses half my movement.
Standing up uses half your movement, correct?
All right. How far do I have to run before I can jump?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You can jump. You can jump. If you run 10 feet, you can jump.
Okay, because I want to basically jump so I can basically try to come down on the glass dome and try to.
Okay,
punch
so
into it.
that so that's it. You're trying to do a high jump. Is that correct?
I guess that would be it. Yeah.
Your high jumping is
4 times is significant. It's basically 100 feet.
okay. It's 80 feet up. So if you run 100 feet, you could get up to the top of it. Sure. So go ahead and that doesn't require a check. Yeah, 4 times your strength. Yeah. So yeah, you can just start. You stand up and you run 10 feet. You guys watch as Findon just leaps the pavement under him. Buckles, and he flies up, coming
as I come
down to
I'm
punch this thing.
just
As
gonna
it's
try to
climbing up.
shatter the glass of this.
Go ahead and make an attack roll on that glass.
That's a 21.
21 will hit its armor class.
Okay. That's 24 damage.
All right. Okay, cool.
All right, and then I'll just take my second attack.
Okay, so you're kind of up there and you punch and you'll punch again. Go for it.
That's a natural 20, so
All
31.
right. Very good.
All right, hang on. 12, 14, 22. Great. 36 points of damage for that one.
36 more. Oof. That's a good 2 shots of 60 damage right there. Very nice.
And that's it for now.
As you're just
Yeah.
slammed
And
down.
I'm just gonna try to hang on up here, I guess.
You've sort of like scuffed up some areas of that, and as you hit it, you get like a minor electrical sort of jolt or whatever, but it's not damaging. You can just feel like static electricity, like zzz, zzz, zzz from the inside. It is going to use a legendary action
Oh, fun.
to attempt to grab a hold of you here. Actually, no, I'm gonna up your AC at this. You see that it like kind of like moves like it's gonna grab you, and then you sort of see it like leans its hand back, and you see the center inside the claw beginning to glow with this like reddish like kind
This
of
is
thing.
not good.
So I am going to give you, because it's like trying to sort of shoot you off of itself, I'm going to give this we'll give you like half cover.
Okay.
So add 2 to your armor class.
Okay.
So
Still gonna be pretty easy to hit.
I did roll a natural 20.
Yeah, that's fair.
Checks
Okay.
out.
So don't get scared, but you are taking 12d10.
What?
Well, it does.
boy.
Its laser beam does 6d10, but it's a nat 20.
If you roll perfectly, you could 12d10.
I don't roll.
No,
perfectly.
you can't. Okay.
That's 12. That's 20. It's a big shot. It is. But honestly, I have a 1 in there, and then like most of them are like more in the 5-6 range. So that would be 20. It's 41 points
Okay.
of kind of just like laser damage. And please make a strength saving throw to like kind of hang on to it.
I'm gonna use my d4.
Absolutely.
I rolled a 1. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And goodbye.
Well, one of those was a 1. So 16, 23.
23. All right. I was just gonna have it be its attack roll on you, which would be more than that. So you are getting like just like the first that you try to hold on, and your fingers are kind of like buzzing with the thing. So you do fall 80 feet to the ground.
Cool.
Yikes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Friendly reminder, same day, still out of heals. Just
God.
throwing that
Okay.
out
So far.
there.
I'm still in triple digits so far. We'll see.
Okay.
That is 28 points.
I'm now no longer in triple.
Okay.
And now no longer.
All right. So Findon climbed up there and did 2 big punches, and like has like, you know, there's probably some like little like fissures in the thing. It hasn't like cracked, but you definitely messed this thing up. But it has replied by blasting him
In
off.
kind. It replied in kind.
Findon like "Ugh," and just like crunched down on the ground, having fallen 80 feet.
Yeah, yeet.
V, it is your turn.
I will take a bonus action to split into, so it's going to be me in 4 formations.
Okay.
And then I will go to attack.
All
with
4 will attack.
And myself, so 5 attacks.
5. I like it. All right. All right. So you guys just rush up to get into it. Cool. So go ahead and begin making your numerous attack rolls.
Okay. 13?
A 13 does not hit. Did you add your modifier to that one?
I did. Oh, ooh, 17. 22.
That one hits.
Okay. Nope, this one is not going to hit. No. 15?
15 also doesn't hit. One of them manages to kind of like punch into, you know, are you just kind of flying up to like somewhere on the torso, basically?
Yeah, to like get them away, push it back.
You're kind of trying to push it back, and one of the punches land. The rest of them just, you know, as you're kind of punching against it, seem to have almost no effect against this just gargantuan creature.
Okay, and so can I roll for damage for the one I got?
Go ahead and roll for damage for the one that hit.
9.
9. All right. 9 more points of damage is certainly not nothing. Very good. Anything else?
Can I save someone?
Because you used your bonus action and action to all get up there, you guys are all up there, so that's your turn. You could do like you could spend a D8 to gain another action and go do shenanigans, but
I'll leave it for now.
sounds good. Okay. That is V's turn. Armament, you are up.
Okay, so Philip, I've got a question for you. Where did this laser beam shoot out of its like hand or something?
Seemed to shoot out of its hand, yeah.
Is there like a visible like?
Oh my god.
It's like a visible like cannon on there or something.
Mess around and find out.
I'll tell you what. You can make a free perception check.
Natural 20 for
Go, Journeyer. Go
right,
forth.
32.
You're like, you do see,
it.
you saw from how it shot out that yes, there does appear to be a cannon embedded in there. The cannon in diameter is about 4 feet.
Well, I mean, we can always scale things down, right? I mean, if I could just even be like Samus Aran at some point, I'd be happy. Okay.
We'll get you a kickstand.
Yeah. I just break. Yeah, you're my kickstand. As a bonus action, I'm gonna release the Journeyer.
Okay.
On my turn, I'm gonna like. There's someone nearby that I can fly over to and like move them away a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah.
can just kind of pull a couple people further from the area.
Great.
What's the Journeyer's fly speed?
I believe 30 feet. If it's the imp stat, I think it's 30 feet, right?
Yeah, it's this. It would probably be its state. Yeah, okay. So if it's a 30-foot fly speed, it will take the Journeyer a couple rounds unless you want to like expend a D8 to get another action.
I'll use a D8.
Cool. All right.
Let me roll a D8.
So roll a D8. If you roll an 8, the Journeyer will get an extra action after that.
5 now.
Okay.
Alright.
So you can definitely have the Journeyer fly
60 feet towards the hand.
60 feet towards the hand. Well, okay, I'll tell you what. You were looking at the hand that shot. There is another hand. The claws appear similar. Do you want to send the Journeyer to the closer one?
According to Joe in the chat, it's 40-foot fly speed. But yeah,
There you go.
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go for what I know to be there.
And if it's a 40-foot fly speed, you do in fact manage to just get up to this thing, and the Journeyer is next to it.
With expending the D8.
Spending the D8. The
Oh,
Journeyer's
great.
there, so you have an action to spend.
All right, I'll have the Journeyer attempt to copy this cannon.
All right, this is interesting. I don't think it is going to. It's not even going to know to resist.
Right.
So the Journeyer kind of actually the Journeyer like has to like fly into the cannon
yeah.
basically like I want you, Armament, to make. Are you proficient in like mechanics or
No. Investigation.
Tell you what, make an investigation.
Vehicles
check.
piloting.
This will be investigation, I
Okay.
think.
I'll spend my D4 on this.
All right, I think it might be worth it.
That's a 4. Great. So I get it back.
Great, free
Um,
advantage.
That's an 11 for a total of 16. I'm gonna spend my hero D10 on top of this roll.
Go for it.
That's a 1, so 17.
17 is enough to understand you. So if you copy this, do you currently have one stored?
No, I do not.
Then you can store this blaster cannon. You feel it. You feel the Journeyer like, and you feel the connection of you're like, okay. I think I understand what this is. This is a BFG.
Yeah.
I've got this. Okay. And then, as its legendary action sensing somewhere in there, it's not even like aiming. It's just discharging its weapon. So a bolt of this goes off. I'll roll an attack roll. It's a good thing it didn't hit a building because this thing does double damage it's like a siege thing. So a crit does even double. Anyway, point is it just kind of flies off. You do see like part of a building like, crumbling off or whatever on the top. And the Journeyer, you lose the connection. But the Journeyer gave you something as a parting gift.
His deeds are legend.
Journeyer is small, but it's
Yet one more thing.
Okay. Yeah, one more legend. All right. So, Lumen, that is your turn.
So I just have a question.
Please.
It doesn't affect this fight, but I need to know. V has a shiny outfit, right?
I believe V has like kind of I think
It's
all
some
three. I
tassels,
think all
yeah.
three of you have white and maybe some gold in your costume.
I have silver.
Would any of the outfits function as a mirror?
Oh.
Interesting. I would say in a dark place, you could probably get extra light out of the shiny costumes. Here in broad daylight, the effect would be not as pronounced.
So could I shoot Volos light at them and it bounce off and we can do an angular thing, or no? Would I just be hurting them?
I think you probably understand your light enough that you could try to like bounce it off of like a very like a very reflective surface. You don't think it would amplify the
No, I just want to know if I can use them to like hit weird angles if I need it.
I think based on the number of sequins presumably on V's costume, you can probably angle things off of it. Yes.
Cool. Okay, good to know. I will just. Where actually? How close is everybody to? Is anyone in melee range?
V's in melee range with it. Findon has fallen off
on my
the side
back
of it.
in front of it.
Teleportia's over at like a piece of rubble that as far as you can tell, she's placing on a trapped person. She seems to be like increasing the rubble on someone. And Armament has kind of flown over and is helping somebody, but Armament has a weird look on his face right now.
She's just creating one of those loops where a rock just keeps hitting someone in the face.
Terrible.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's just my third day. I'm so sorry.
As it's thinking, no.
Yeah.
No.
I guess just Voloblast. Yeah, the robot.
All right, Voloblast the robot. Go for it.
Okay. That is a 22.
A 22 hits.
Cool. D10. 1, 2. Where'd you go? 3. Ooh, 8. That is 16 plus 4 is 20 plus 6. 26.
26. You blast this robot pretty darn good. In response, it will use its last legendary action. Seeing a new threat, it is going to fire on you, Lumen. It is a natural 20.
You about to kill Lumen!
So, let me just look up one interesting thing about some things here.
You've got your fortitude.
Not much.
All right. Oh, you have 80 hit points.
Yeah, it only did like 40 to me last time.
Cool. So, I'm going to deal. So this is 12d6 coming your way.
Oh god, I thought I was going to say D10 again.
I don't think I rolled 12 on you. I think I only rolled 6. That's why I was like that wasn't enough damage. It's fine.
I mean, you rolled D10s for me.
Yeah, D10. Sorry, it's 6d10, but now it's this. Okay. So
would you like me to double what you did?
No. It's fine. I'm realizing I didn't do enough, but we'll go back to it. Okay, so this would be so it deals you about 2, and that's 2 9s in that one. Okay, so this deals you 86 points of radiant light damage.
You're fine.
Wait, light?
Yeah, it shot you with a light laser.
But it's light?
A laser is light. Yes, that's correct.
So am I immune to it?
You happen to be immune to this. That's why when I saw it was a 20.
Yes! Yay me! Okay.
The more we uncover what you all can do, the more I just really feel like the hammer of this tool shed.
Findon is like
without I don't even have a claw. I'm not even a claw hammer.
Findon is like still like smoking from having gotten shot by that, and like looks as it like aims down at Lumen, and Lumen's like, ah! And then Lumen, like clothing unaffected, just standing there like, oh.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. I wish that this thing had a death ray, but it just has a laser beam.
Oh
Death ray
no,
would've been
that
iconic.
sucks.
That would've
Oh
been
no.
In any event, that is its last legendary action. That was Lumen's turn. Synth Devil gets a turn, and Synth Devil will keep things easy, and is going to just do a firebolt at this thing. So Synth Devil, where's my dice for you, sir? Perfect. A 27 will hit, and it will do 3d10 flame. Wow, 9, 9, and 8 rolled by Synth Devil. Way to go, Synth Devil. So what is that? 18, 26. Great. Okay. This thing is not yet looking that beat up, nevertheless, in spite of all this damage. At initiative count 0, the robot gets to go. So the first thing that the robot is going to do is it's going to pull itself out of the ground and stand its full 150 feet tall, just casting a massive shadow
It wasn't
down
at
below.
its tallest already?
No, it was halfway out of the ground.
Oh shit.
You notice there's numerous Alpha Labs people like clinging to things in the sub basements that it's kind of busting through and breaking up. It climbs up. It is going to. These things are not programmed to be very smart, and this one is definitely not. It's going to shoot Lumen again.
Well, I mean, do it, yeah.
And we won't even roll the damage on that, as it, seeing that doesn't do anything, it will instead just kind of punch down at you, Lumen.
So, barrier of light.
Well, so the roll to hit is a 3. It rolled a 3 on the dice with a 19 to hit, but with your barrier of light, that gets your armor class to a 22.
Yeah.
So its hand
16. Cool.
snaps off of the barrier of light. Way to go. That's its turn.
Wasted.
It's and you see like whatever like seems very fixated on this individual.
Lumen has
Teleportia,
never
you are-
once been a tank in her entire life, and now she gets to be.
Teleportia, it is your turn.
Gonna do the same thing I did last round.
All right, so you're if you
I'm dedicated.
make that athletics check again for me. Come on, you got it.
Yep.
Teleportia.
God. 5.
That's an improvement.
You almost move it off, and instead you rotate it around them. Actually, one small point of order. Technically, this thing would have moved out of the range as it sort of stood of 2 of your things, so you can make 2 more attacks of opportunity if you'd like.
I would
you can
like to.
punch 2 times. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. 20
Nat 20?
brings it up to 20.
If it's a nat 20, it automatically hits,
Yes.
and then roll the other attack.
18, 22.
So they both hit. So roll the damage for the normal one first.
4 plus
4
1,
damage.
5.
5. And then roll the damage for the next one.
Just wait. I will say you can upgrade your damage dice if you want.
That is true. If you'd like to, you could spend your hero
forgot to use with my
D12.
I want to keep this roll I just did.
Okay.
No. You want to keep the roll you did with the 6s?
Oh, no.
Okay, so if you'd like
So
to,
basically,
you could,
if you just roll the damage and you're happy, then keep it. But I'm saying that you can roll a D12 and then upgrade them to D8s.
instead of
and
rolling
then roll
D6s
those
for the damage, you could roll D8s, and if you roll a 12 on the 12, you'd roll D10s.
Ooh. Okay, I'll try it.
Okay, so roll a D12 first of all.
What did you?
I'm not
12?
even kidding.
Great. Okay, so roll your d10
Okay.
4 times.
5,
5,
5,
10,
7,
17,
4.
21. So that's more, that's more than you would have gotten me to think. So 21
Thanks for that
plus,
reminder.
plus the 1. Great. So yeah, this time you managed to, that one, one of them kind of hits and you can see it rocking. The other one kind of punches it in a joint and it kind of staggers before it starts pounding down on Lumen. That's another 21. Okay, great. And it is not yet rusted. Cool. Teleportia, you are helping people out and you are burying them below more rubble. Everything's going great. That being said, the portals that you've created are helping people get to safety rather having, so you're doing the right thing. Findon, you're on the ground. This thing has stood up to its full height where now you're like, you know what? I can't jump and hit it in the face anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand and I'm just going to so Alpha Labs, what's sort of around us right now besides the shattered front of Alpha Labs?
There's like a plaza sort of in front of it, so there's a good bit of clear space. There are some skyscrapers like on either side of it, but it's a relatively this thing's busting up out of like half of the plaza in the front of part of the
Is it
facade.
pretty is it so to either side of Alpha Labs, is it fairly vacant?
No, to either side of the actual buildings are more buildings, but this thing has come up like in like the front forum, basically.
Okay. Okay, I'll recalibrate slightly. What I would like to try to do is to grab one of its feet and lift it up so that it falls backwards, losing its balance.
Okay, so you are going to attempt basically to knock this. This is effectively you are trying to knock this thing prone.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. It is a larger size category thing than you.
Pretty
obviously.
significantly.
So I'm going to give it advantage on resisting this, but go ahead and make a contested athletics check.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Anything you want to add to that? And
I'm
just
to
be a terrible drawing here, the idea is that it's like here's Alpha Labs, building, more buildings down here, kind of like a big plaza, and it's happening like right here.
Yeah, okay. So I want to try to drop it where the least amount of destruction.
You want to drop it into this plaza rather than perfect.
Right, that's the plan.
Perfect.
I'm gonna use I'll add my D10 on top. I'm just anticipating that. Okay. So it's an athletics
Whatever
check.
I do,
Yeah?
it's gonna have a D10. Sure.
So that's a 31. Is it a 32, Philip? Did you?
I rolled a 16 on the dice, and it has a plus 16 to its athletics.
Hi.
So classic.
49.
What witch did you piss off and she
I
just
know!
cursed your dice rolls? Like,
Put them all in jail immediately.
When you started saying 30, I was like, oh, he's going to do, because I want you to knock this thing over. That's fun. 32.
Yeah, let me just double check. I rolled a 3 on my D10, rolled a 13 on the die, so it's 16, and I have a plus 15, so that's 31. Yep.
Now you do have 2 actions.
God.
Oh, this would be another action?
It's an attack. It replaces.
Oh, it's
one
an attack. Okay, then I'll try again. Why not? Nothing
Give it
on
another
top of
go.
it. Worse. 22.
This time,
gosh.
this time, yes, you're unable to like even get the foot kind of kicks you off, and unfortunately is able to.
Am I gonna stand my? I'm gonna roll a D. I'm gonna use my D8 to take an additional action.
Go for it.
I rolled an 8. I will take 2 additional actions.
You get to take 2 additional actions.
All right, we're gonna
Same
just.
thing?
I'm gonna just keep trying to
Take
push
3 of
this thing
6.
Don't muck it up.
up. Worse, 20.
This time it does another 31, so you have one more. You have
Okay.
one more attempt on this action.
Okay, much better. 33.
It rolled a 31 this time. So
Hey!
after multiple attempts and coming so close, expending just this rage of like, why am I always this close to doing things? You again try and you try a fourth time, and this time you do punch it and it falls onto the ground, collapsing. The two who had already moved away from it wouldn't be those. Lauren, roll a d6 for me.
4.
Oh, sorry.
4. Okay. Let's say I need V in one formation to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Let me pull up my thing. 7
Okay.
and 5.
Okay. So you and a formation both get like crushed under this thing. The formation is destroyed. So go ahead and make a wisdom save. And you've had a few destroyed today, so the DC is 21 on this.
6.
Oh, because it's the same day.
Yeah,
Oh
same day.
my
Yeah, again, I got yeeted into
11.
a force waltz this today.
Yeah, you guys done a lot of stuff
We
today.
have long days.
I offered before we started. I offered. You want to go to it?
I
Nope.
wanted a chocolate malt, and I wanted to hear some devil's story.
And
Yeah.
and V takes 28 points of bludgeoning damage and is trapped under this thing. The rest of you, he kind of managed to sort of knock this down, and it didn't seem to hit any civilians because you got the lay of the land first. But Findon, you have 2 more actions.
Well, I have one more action, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
sorry,
that was-
one more action.
If I
2 more
attack
attacks.
again, it's 2
Exactly.
more attacks, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And
And you still have. I think you are kind of out of movement though,
yeah.
having stood up and walked over to it.
I will use my action to move, and I will try to get to where V is.
Okay, you're kind of over there where V is trapped under like the side of it, like okay, perfect. You are over there with V. Wonderful. It is going to use a legendary action.
Oh, nuts.
To attempt.
Did it take any damage from falling?
Its head fell 150
You know what?
feet.
Its head
Yeah.
fell 100 feet, but because of it, you don't take damage just from being knocked prone. So
That's
it's
fair.
either.
It
It's-
fell into a building.
But no,
It didn't fall into a building.
Oh,
You
that's
sent
right.
it not you
I
specifically
should have
sent it
thrown
not
it
to
into
a
a
building.
building.
Yeah, you should have thrown it into a building. You should have killed some folks. Okay.
That's not how it works. Those buildings are always evacuated.
yeah.
It is going to, you know what? It is not going to stand up. So at disadvantage, it's going to try to hit you, Findon. So a natural 1. So the first strike misses no matter what, as like a
It's
clod.
the only way it can.
And then the next one at disadvantage it rolls a 2, so it's an 18.
That hits.
All right. So it, but like and it kind of swings this around. So that is just the d12s of its slam attack. Ooh, okay. 23 plus. That is 43 points of damage.
Okay.
As it punches into you like a mean robot would. Cool, Findon, good turn. V, you're trapped. You do, however, still have 3 formations up in the air who could fly down and start punching.
Okay, I will do that. And they're
Okay.
gonna attack the head to like kind of bop it back down on the concrete.
You know what? With your movement speed, I'll say they can kind of try to get over to that. That's fine. All right, so it is prone, so all these attacks are at advantage.
Okay. Hold on.
And Armament, you're up next. Don't you worry.
17.
Just walk up point blank, armament.
22.
That one hits. Next one.
9.
And
14.
it's at advantage.
Yeah, that was at advantage for
Oh,
that.
at advantage. 14 does not hit.
Oh, yes, another 22.
22. So those 2 hit. Okay, so roll your normal damage on that, and then V could attempt to attack, but she'd be at
Disadvantage.
I guess because it's prone. It would be a flat roll, I guess, for you to punch, or you could try to use your athletics to just get yourself out.
I will try to do that. Yeah.
So roll your damage and then make an athletics check.
Okay. 5 and 7.
5 and 7 damage. Okay, cool. And hey, guess what?
What?
This thing is looking kind of rusty and broken.
Rusty.
Just barely.
It
And
rusted
then
over in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
Well, suddenly it's rusting. Like every time we punch it, it rusts more.
Ew.
And then
Someone
I got
call
I got a dirty 20 for the athletics.
With a 20, you manage to pull yourself out without a problem.
Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
So that is your action. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Have
Have you
No.
spent your hero D8 today?
no.
So if you wanted to, all 4 of you could attack again.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, so you spend that so you can make 4 more attacks at advantage.
Well, what did you
And I
roll?
rolled an 8.
You rolled a what? You
An
rolled an
8.
8. So you get to make
8 more attacks.
8 more attacks at advantage.
Do it. Do
Okay.
it. Do it.
So roll all the attacks first.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
count them off.
I'm gonna keep that one. 19. So that's a 24.
24.
That sucked. That one's not gonna make it.
What was it?
It was a 14 at advantage. 24.
2 hit. So 2 hit, 1 miss.
No, another 14.
14 misses.
Okay, 16. 20. Dirty.
Hits.
Uh, 24.
Hits. 4 hits.
How many?
You get
how
2
many
more
do I
strikes.
have? Okay. Hold on. Okay. 23.
Hits. 1 more.
Another 24.
24. So you have 6 hits. So roll, you get to basically roll 12d6
Okay.
to this.
So you're gonna have to add these up because brain numbers, no.
Fair enough.
4. 9. 7. Let me switch.
Okay.
6. 8.
Okay. 2 more, right?
5.
So that is 43,
39.
39,
9 to me.
39.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think fair enough. 39 plus 1 for each one that hits, so another 6. So that is 45 points of damage as you now for the first time see V and multiple formations taking advantage of how many of them there are, pummeling from all angles, just striking like crazy at this thing, seeing that it's on the ground. V and her formations going crazy for 45 points of damage. Very good.
Not bad.
And just the picture I want y'all to get in your head is they're all like pounding its head like and it's like vibrating between the
Freaking and like punching back.
All right,
I
very
basically
good.
picturing
V.
that punching clown you know.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was like
Yeah,
as
yeah.
we were kids, yeah.
Armament.
Baba.
It is your turn.
I'm going to, so I'll like a leap/jump fly up into the air 30 feet.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be like, I don't want to like, be aiming and like level and then like have like glance off and like destroy a building or anything.
Yes.
As a bonus action, I'm going to try and manifest this gun cannon thing.
Right. You manifest and you feel. You've never actually felt this before from the Guardian, but you do feel a strain. You feel like, and you, for the first time ever, when manifesting this, you feel the armor It's almost, I think it's like Bayonetta, basically. You feel your bare feet are exposed as the armor is cascading up your body, your feet, your other arm has nothing on it.
Like kind of like
You have,
like Iron Man in like Infinity War against Thanos.
it's all just all going there. You're still, you can obviously it's still along your
Yeah.
spine, but like the rest of you is just like pouring off to this. Before you shoot, you do need to make a strength check.
Strength check. Okay.
Yes, because this weighs a considerable amount.
I'll use my D4 of this.
Sure, you already, yeah, maybe you'll get it back again.
That's a 3. I do not get it back.
Oh.
Come on, Yahtzee. 17, so 18 overall.
18. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. With an 18,
I mean, on the bright side, I'm in the air, and I do want it to be pointing down anyway.
sure. So it is kind of down. I'm even though it's such a big target prone and you're directly above it, I'm not going to give you disadvantage on the shot.
I imagine in the future I may want to like prop it up on something.
Well, you're going to see what happens because you rolled an 18. You are going to need to roll. The worse you do, the bigger the dice gets. You will have to roll a d6 and subtract it from your attack roll.
Okay, cool.
But go ahead.
I'm excited to see you like pinwheel away.
Yeah.
Fire this.
And again, you also do feel, yes, you've made it big and you're like trying to aim it, but it's so big. You also, though, like you are like being pulled down. Like the journey, the Guardian cannot hover you and itself in this form from whatever else it's done. It's you've taken away all of the thrusters basically. So all it is this, yeah.
I love this. I'm here for it.
Go ahead and make the attack.
Oh
roll.
my gosh.
Do I have advantage on this? Or no, because it's range attack and it's prone, so.
It's range attack against prone. We're just calling it flat. You don't have disadvantage, but it's just flat. Yeah.
Alright, so that's a 14 on the die with my the negative D6 is a 4, so that'd be 10. That'd be a 20 overall to hit, which that's been hitting, right? So
A 20 does hit.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. So
So-
roll. You deal with this shot 6d10 plus your usual. You always do your own modifier, so it's 6d10 plus 6 for you.
where's my there should be am I blind? There should be another there it is. I am blind. Right.
And so you subtracted a d6, but you added a d4 to this. That's hilarious. I love that.
Oh, I forgot to add the D4 even, yeah.
Oh, you
so,
hit already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you roll, there's a certain thing where I like the idea that I'll roll one d4 and subtract another d4.
Yeah. So it's 10, 20, 26, 29, 31 plus 6 is 37 points of damage.
37 points of damage. And yes, you do feel that you are just like you're just spinning up in the air as the force of this thing. But it did strike true, dealing that's good amount of damage there. You get another attack, of course.
I do get another attack. All right, this time I'll remember to roll my
all the same nonsense applies.
So I have my D4 this time at least. Okay, so that is a 12 on the D20, 1 on the D6, 3 on the D4, so that is going to be 14, so 24 to hit.
24 hits.
God.
As armament is it's the combination of armament being like so good.
You're
at
an
aiming.
anime character now.
Yeah, as you're trying to shoot down this thing.
All right. Oh, sweet. Okay, that's better. 20, 30. I mean, it's marginally better. 39.
39. Great. So that'll get you to.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing has seen better days. It would appear. But having been shot hard, it is going to, head kind of arm rotate around, and as an action, one of those arms will take up, and they are going to take a shot at you.
You did say that the last one was the last legendary action.
That was a round.
Actions reset every round.
Oh.
They get the
Resistances
legendary
go
actions.
away.
Yeah, it gets 3 every round or every.
I was trying to help.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's
All right,
really
I
bad for all of
appreciate-
us.
We appreciate.
I roll another 16 on this dice, so it's a 32 to hit.
I mean, yeah, that'll hit.
All right, so 6d10 of radiant damage coming your way. It's 10, 25, 20, 38 points of the radiant damage. As, you know, a thing the size of what you're doing just in its palm shoots up at you.
Cool.
It'll take another shot at you. Ooh, however, does an 18 hit your armor class?
That just hits.
Well, cool day for me and robots. All right.
This will probably knock me out.
It's probably gonna knock you out then because I rolled a 10 and 2 9s in here among other things. That will be 41.
Yeah. Well, so that would knock me out. How does this?
Oh yes, but it is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
So yes. So this would have thing. So you get to make a check based on how much.
So DC
10 or half, or the
just,
DC could, or we've changed it now. I need to send you the new version of this. We're doing it like a concentration check.
Okay, so it's D41 damage. So it'd be
DC 20 Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's possible.
Yeah,
It's become much more possible.
Well, not with that.
Except unless I roll that.
That's not a natural one, but it's only 5% better than that. Let's. Let me. Hang on. I gotta look at this.
And then Rocky Jumper
Yeah,
comes
Rocky
in.
Jumper just
Suddenly.
comes in,
saves the day.
I don't.
rumbling
is-
in the ground.
A shadow is cast upon you. From
Okay,
above.
so here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So I'll take the damage.
Okay.
I'll fall unconscious.
Okay.
I assume I will then fall to the ground.
You fall to the ground, taking a lot of damage on that hit.
Well,
as well. Sure.
I'm only 30 feet up.
Oh, you're on the 30 feet. Okay, so yeah, technically you don't fall on the ground. You fall onto the creature.
Okay. Well, I still take falling damage.
You do.
So because what I would like to do is after that falling damage, I would like to use my hero D6.
So you take 15 points of falling damage,
Which is
go ahead
a
and use your
to
hero
fail death
D6.
save.
Yeah.
Well, so the falling damage it's just a failed death save, right?
Yeah. So you have a failed death save, but yeah, go ahead and use your hero D6. Well timed for that.
It's not a 6.
Okay. So just 2 hit dice in your con mod, and you have. Yeah, you've awoken with a few hit points on top.
And are we doing that I get con mod for each hit die or just
No, it's for the whole roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
But you know what? So I currently have 5 hit points, but I'm awake, I'm alive.
You're awake, alive,
inside.
and you are not as armored as usual because you can't move your arm right now because it is a 200-pound cannon.
Yeah.
4 feet in diameter, or probably heavier than that, honestly. Okay. But
at the end of Armament's turn,
yeah.
I will use my D20.
Okay.
Of course, I didn't roll a 20.
Honestly, it's late enough in this fight that it would have kind of been wasted, but yeah.
And so I'm just going to take my turn now. I will take my extra turn. If I can get to a leg, I'm just gonna start trying to bash a leg to try to keep it from being able to stand up.
Totally, you have advantage on these because it's prone.
Okay, 30-something on the first hit.
Hits.
Not a great roll at all, though. A total of 16.
Would you like to use a hero dice on that? 16?
No.
Okay, then you don't hit.
No, sorry. 16 damage.
Oh, 16 damage. Then
Yeah.
well, then 16
On the
damage.
first
I was going to say excuse me, sir.
No.
Attack, next attack.
Well, now we got to debate.
What have you rolled?
It's a 19. I'm not going to use an extra die.
A 19 hits.
Okay.
It is a giant metal thing, so
Yeah.
Sturdy targets, but not the best.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Sorry, that's another 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. Great. All right. Excellent. You are pounding on that leg. It is going to use one last legendary action for this round to try and kick you with that leg.
Yeah, go for it.
My God.
Again, I roll a 2, so it's an 18.
So it hits. Yeah, it has to roll a 1 or it misses me.
All right, so it will. You're punching the leg, and like the leg kind of like it's like the robot, like it's like kind of and slams, probably hitting itself too. But I roll terrible on this though. So 19 points of damage.
Okay.
And with that, it is the turn of one Lumen,
Cool.
who this whole time has just been watching all this happen with her, shielding light up or whatever. Like, whoa, things down there. He got up there and shot it. Yeah. So, what would you like to do, Lumen?
Okay, so it's very rusty, right?
It's real rusty. It's
Okay.
real rusty
So
right
we
now.
won't do that. Volo Blast.
Roll it. It will not be a disadvantage because it's very.
Dope.
You know.
Ooh, 28.
A 28 hit. So roll your 3d10.
Actually, wait. Is it too late to...
Spend a d12 and upgrade your damage.
Yeah,
It is not.
cool.
If you haven't rolled them yet, it's not too late.
I have
So,
not, yeah.
roll your d12. If you roll a 12, he's going to be big.
I got 11.
All right, that's sad, but you do get to roll 3d12s.
No, you're sad. Okay, 3d12s. 1, 2, where'd it go? 3. Okay, so that is an 8, a 9 is a 17, and a 3 is a 20. So 26. Didn't I do 26 last time? Whatever,
You
26.
very well may have, but you really only needed to do 7 this turn. As just, you basically, Lumen just kind of, and kind of, Lumen's like pure white, you see these giant red laser beams shooting, but then just this pure white beam kind of just, where did you want to shoot it, Lumen?
Well, I can't fly, so I assume I can just hit it in the foot.
Okay, cool. So Lumen basically just, you see this beam of light just into the foot, and then it begins kind of glowing within, and all these sparks just start shooting up from out it. There's like a overcharge as if like a filament in a light bulb bursting for all the formations who are pounding the head, and you see that light go dark and no more glow coming from within the laser beam hands, and the whole thing falls.
Death by stubbed toe.
Yo, it
It's
sucks,
crazy,
though.
You're rough.
Does a number on ya.
Cool.
I'll just walk over and help Teleportia lift this rock.
I got it. I'm kidding. Help me. Thank you.
I'm gonna spend like a minute trying to get up before I remember I can just dismiss the gun.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
and as you dismiss the gun and feel the guardian kind of wash back over you, and it's kind of, squares and bricks, it seems relieved to be doing so. That was the first weapon you've ever created that it seemed to it understands this weapon, but that seems to be like
A lot. Yeah.
Lumen.
How much
will-
damage did you do in those 2 turns? Like 70 or
lot.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot I should have upgraded some damage dice. That would have been nasty.
Great. Lumen, yes.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, Lumen cannot heal, but out of instinct, she will go over to V and just double check that getting crushed under the thing didn't cause any lasting damage that she can't fix anyways. So it's, she just wants to know.
I'm a little sore. I think I'll make it though. Thank you.
Okay, good. That's good to
Um,
hear because I can do nothing about it anyways.
Glad this counts.
Yes.
Synth Devil will say, well done. And you actually hear Shinobi Red, who's like, kind of just, arriving around now, like, oh, giant robot? Oh.
Do you have your own
Wildly.
giant robot? I was wondering that for the last 12 seconds.
Do I have my own giant robot?
That we could have just used to fight this giant robot.
No, but it's fun to fight giant robots. It's kind of cathartic. You all
Oh,
okay?
was it on your pale list?
My what?
The list of things you want to do before you kick the pail.
I've fought giant robots before. I think the phrase here is buck. It is not on my list, no.
Okay.
Thank you, Lumen. She kind of
It
gives
wasn't
V.
mine, and I just want to pull something out and just cross it off.
Done.
Well, as it happened. She gives.
Teleportia also crosses it out.
She gives V kind of like a whatever look, but she'll begin just pulling people out of rubble, and kind of assumes Synth Devil will do that as well. There's a good bit of kind of pulling people out of rubble that could happen now, but you definitely notice that Shinobi Red is like making a beeline for like the sort of older, more seasoned people whom she's gathered somewhere, and she is basically just like reading them the riot act of no more. No interdimensional, not necessary right now.
Sick of your
We
shit.
don't Not right now. We don't need this right now. And
Stop it.
everyone looks scared as the world's greatest ninja is like threatening just with, through her eyes. So,
It's just like spinning like a ninja star, like a fidget spinner in her fingers.
That's the most terrifying thing. She's just treating a ninja star, something that can kill a man in a second, and she's just fidgeting with it.
that is definitely happening. Just we don't need that right now. So in any event, it's a very the person who you help out, who realistically whom Findon helps out, but kind of is like, thank you. Oh, we didn't. She's like, we didn't realize the size differential. We should have
that?
realized.
What
does that even mean?
what does that mean? You keep
Well-
saying that.
Sometimes when you go between dimensions, things aren't the same size scale.
Oh.
Hey, Findon, make a
Oh, no.
what's it called? Check. Science and Cosmos.
Science and Cosmos.
That's
Yeah.
a thing, right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. +0.
Dope.
And I
Alright.
need to inquire, how big did you think this thing actually was?
What'd you roll, Findon?
I'm gonna add my D12 to it. I can do that
Hey.
after the roll, right? But just before.
Absolutely. Before
I
we
rolled a
before we
12.
said
So that's a 25.
it. If this were the old-fashioned Superman, serial would be like, oh, I might know something about that. This is also where an editor's box will say, Topflight the Reservists #3. See this for Findon's adventure in a universe of a very different scale, size, et cetera, et cetera. You've been inside a universe that on our scale exists much smaller now. There seemed to be a thing of where when you went into it, you'd be one size, but you definitely felt like there was when you were in it, you were the size of many stars. So you can definitely understand the idea that different dimensions might have different scales when traveling between them. Because you
as
boxed
I-
a bunch of people amongst the stars
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna as I'm lifting this rock off with one arm and holding it, I'm just gonna say, yeah, maybe don't do that anymore.
Well, we didn't realize it. There were none of the normal signifiers were there, et cetera, et cetera. But yes, you're in response to the question that you had asked there, V. How big did they think it was going to be? They're like, oh, we thought it would have been about 12 or 13 feet tall. We thought it was trying to communicate with us.
Maybe leave these things in their own dimensions. Just
Well, no,
just
the
while
whole-
we're dealing with this whole
The whole
loss
point of Alpha Labs is that we're always experimenting, new, bright futures, learning information.
Let's roll that back a little. Just for a few months, you know.
I'm not scared of you. Listen, if you were, say, spinning a ninja star around like a fidget spinner, then maybe I'd be worried about, but, oh.
Can I try to spin the boulder like a fidget spinner?
Make an Arcana check.
Wait, me?
He's spinning a boulder.
Oh.
Wait, an Arcana check?
Oh, I'm sorry. Athletics. Sorry.
Well, it's a natural 1.
Okay.
So that's 16.
So you're like, oh yeah, you spin it. This poor scientist will make a dexterity saving throw. Her white lab coat. She rolls a 7, so you do hit her with a boulder.
Oh,
Basically.
Sorry, size differential. I didn't quite get it, you know?
She's like under a boulder, you know.
And
Trapped
Lumen
again.
will
Like, oh no, not again.
Lumen will call
Teleportia, make an
over.
athletics check to pick her up.
Lumen will call over Shinobi and say, "This woman is requesting to be threatened by you."
I feel like that happens a lot, actually.
She glares at the people and walks over there. And she'll help Teleportia pull it out, but she'll sort of say quietly to Findon, "You're not actually supposed to hit them."
I didn't mean to. It slipped.
Well, don't spin. And then she is now spinning this thing like lightning fast with her fingers. She's like, don't play with things unless you know what you're doing. And then you see it like it's not even in her hand anymore. You don't know where it is.
Wait, is this scientist still stuck under the rock?
Teleportia, would you roll on your athletics?
10.
Yep.
Me and the formations will go and lift the rock.
With all of you and your strength things, yes, you can easily do that. So, with that, this Shinobi Red has kind of delivered a message, and she just looks at that robot and is like, "Who got to take it down?"
I point over to Lumen.
Oh. Well, not physically. Findon technically flattened it.
It was a team effort, really.
Sure. Well, this is what I get for not going to Massachusetts or whatever. Ugh. So anyway, with that, you guys can return to Topflight Tower, unless you have any other business you want to do here. You've spent a good bit of time, rescuing people. By now,
Is anyone inside the robot? Or is it just a robot?
No, this appears to be a
pilot?
robot.
It's not a Zord. Okay.
It's not a Zord. No, there is no pilot. You guys return to Topflight Tower. Is there anything else you wish to do today?
Yeah.
I'd love to nap. But
Again?
I go to sleep. I know.
I need so many naps today.
I mean, I'm
yes.
rocking 5 hit points now.
Findon?
Perhaps this can wait until breakfast, but I really would like to hear what you saw inside Tatiana's temple's tower.
Oh, in the castle. She'll give you kind of like a rundown. It's she says, well, there's a lot of magic at play there. I tend to know how to navigate it, but there's some kind of labyrinth enchantment. So every room is a maze of sorts. The people who live there have grown accustomed to traveling through it, but it's always very disorienting when you first enter one. I've been in Tatiana Temple's castles before. So basically I just made sure to go, I made sure to go sort of somewhat deep into the labyrinth so it wouldn't be anywhere near a wall, and then retrace my steps as best I could.
Nothing of any sort, no rituals or anything that you saw, or did you not encounter any?
Oh, I didn't encounter a soul. Had I, that would have been a failure on my part.
Fair point. Well, thank you. I just never got a chance to ask earlier. But I'm going to go peel off some of this charred skin.
Oh, yes. It looks like you got shot by something.
A couple of times.
Even though you took it down in a couple rounds, it only got one turn off, so way to go. As you guys are all kind of like resting there in Topflight Tower for the evening, around 6-7 p.m., kind of like during like local news or whatever on TV, as you guys are, and like some kind of like administrative bookkeeping things, people are being sent to collect some of your personal effects as you'll clearly be moving in here for a while. But as this is all going on, the news broadcast flitters out, and on the screen you see Tatiana Temple.
No.
Holding a martini glass. She is dressed in a stunning gown. It's amazing. Like people would kill to look like this at the Oscars. She looks amazing. She's in some kind of study. There's a roaring fire next to her. She's kind of perched against her desk. Behind her is this beautiful alpine vista. And she sort of is addressing camera and just is saying, "People of Earth, Tatiana Temple here. Just wanted to put everyone's mind at ease about some of the recent unpleasantness that's been going on. Yes, we took out several of these so-called superheroes, and we'll be taking out plenty more, but I'd like to point out there were no civilian casualties. That's not how I do things. Believe me, things will be much better for you all once they're out of the way. To the heroes, if you'd simply like to lay down your capes and cowls, you can save a lot of trouble. And your actions, like whatever happened today in Alpha City at the labs that threatened the lives of people, all from organizations you all fund and interact with, I again say, put a stop to it. A new order is coming. One without fear or death or trouble at all. Trust in Tatiana Temple, everybody." Goodbye, world. I'll be hearing from you soon.
The martini's a little arch.
Shinobi Red's kind of glaring as the news feeds come back on, and Anger's like, "Oh, that was supervillains always take over the news feeds. We never understand how they do that." Et cetera, et cetera. But some sort of call has been placed there.
Mm-hmm.
Shinobi Red's just sort of staring at it. Synth Devil says, "God, she does look really good. She's kidnapped numerous hair and makeup designers over the years. She's really stumbled onto the right one now."
I say we go confront her head on this moment.
I say we take a
Still-
long breath.
Yeah.
Like bandages all over your
Get this head on.
Putting on a fresh shirt that's not like charred. Good to go.
But it's just like the same shirt, just a clean one.
Yeah, it's the exact same white button-up shirt. It's just a clean one now. It doesn't have my blood and charred skin on it.
I have not slept in 3 days. I would like to just a little bit.
But you only joined the team yesterday.
Wait.
Oh, God.
Well, you see, my perception of time has
I
been.
feel like every day is just the same day. I feel like we have been Top Flight for like 3 days, but it is actually all one day.
Every day is every hour is a fresh
You're
new hell.
You're coming up on 24 hours. You're not quite there.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
That's
It's like
Okay,
it's about
sure.
it's about 7 p.m. and you started at like 8 or 9
Yeah.
last night. But Tatiana Temple seems to have called out the superheroes. Why she would be appealing to the masses like this is strange, but you don't become the Cleopatra of crime without a plan.
Is there a way to I don't check if there was any hypnosis thing with that message?
Excellent question.
Very, very smart woman.
I do not see any subliminal messages within her feed, no.
Is there anything that we should be alerted to or alarmed about that's starting to trend on social media right now?
Social media,
I
the
mean,
most fiendish of all computer systems. Allow me to descend into the darkness.
I just, you know, if
Or
she's running a
any
hearts and minds campaign, we want to be aware of that.
activity.
Yeah, and or
I-
how is she?
Can I do a culture check?
Sure. I'll let you go onto a. You can make a culture check, kind of like going, like surfing the internet. That's fine.
21.
Yes, there is a concerning amount of people who are like people who already didn't like Meridian and such, and are there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, at least like Tatiana Temple's not like telling us what to do all the time, and you know, like, so what if she steals from a bunch of other rich people who could, you know, you're seeing people who seem more in support of this, you know, of her positions in certain ways.
I wonder what she's going to lead some of us to do. Because right now, all that's happened is heroes have died. There hasn't been a mass casualty event. So what is she going to pin on us?
Or force us to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about any of you, but I could use a drink.
As long as it's a nightcap, I am down for that.
Yeah.
Everyone, stay alert. Watch it on the alcohol. We need to stay very sharp. A full night's rest is a gift we don't often receive in this organization. And Shinobi Red marches off to try to sleep.
I am going to go to bed as well.
Very good.
Lumen will meditate and speak with her superiors before she does, in fact, go to sleep.
Okay, cool. We're gonna get to that in 1 second. Teleportia.
Teleportia is gonna potentially work out a little bit before
She
she feels
like,
a little.
"Ooh, gotta get
Come
to
on,
gotta get to
upper
rock.
body.
Gotta get to rock lifting strength here. Very good. Perfect. And V and Findon are gonna have a drink.
Yeah.
Wonderful. As you guys head down to Top Shelf, where the bartender for the night is like, oh, well, hey guys, welcome to Top Shelf. We have cool ice cubes that are perfect spheres. We make them like this, see? There you go. As this is going on, Lumen, you reach out to your people. Hello, Lumen. Is everything all right? Have you killed Baron Darkness again yet?
Well, he is dead, not by my hand. But he is.
Unfortunate, but that
Yes.
is good to hear.
Also, have you heard of anything called the Final, or is anything across our plane, anything like that? Because it's giving us some trouble.
If you recall, you have taken several finals in your graduate studies.
No, okay. I think I understand what my team feels when I try and use Earth expressions now. Also, I think the dossier that I was given on Earth expressions was incorrect in many ways.
Well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't drink the horse.
That makes sense. Yes.
Indeed. Correct.
So the final is something we believe not a test of some kind. Although I suppose it could be a type of metaphorical test, but it is an
Then
actual.
you must study.
Yes, that I am attempting to get the notes for that. Yes.
Understood.
It seems to drain you of life about 6 different ways upon touch, and then you become a gray being and your insides cannot be analyzed, and then he can take control of you as a dead being unless you are healed. Does that sound like anything we've encountered before in our history?
Roll a check on that. There was an entity that could drain life and control those it drained. It was the entity we called Darkness the 44th. As you know, all of the great evils were just a different aspect of the darkness. But if you would like a book on the nature of Darkness the 44th, we will send one from Valo to Earth.
Yes, please.
In a beam of light, another kind of radiant tome is in your hands.
Thank you so much. I will read this from beginning to end, and also be prepared that Earth may be full of many darknesses that we have not yet considered. I will report back on that later.
This final sounds troubling. Not as troubling as Barren Darkness, but very troubling.
Yes. Well, he is past and is likely not coming back. I also, just in the spirit of honesty, I have not yet found proof that the Baron was evil. He just appears to harness darkness, which seems very evil, but I have not found any proof of actual misdoings, and the people of this planet seem to believe he was a very nice guy, despite the darkness and all. So I believe he's dark and evil, but
he has tricked them, but good.
That's what
Yes.
I am saying. Yes, I've come across resistance, but I will find proof, and
Wonderful.
his ancestors will be shamed.
Wonderful. Here in Valo, they're already deeply shamed. We hate them and wish them expunged from the record. Good work, Lumen.
Thank you.
Lumen, as you hold this book, staring out into the dark of the night, thinking of all these things, there's like a comic book style, weird reflection of barren darkness in the window as some, kind of lyrical text box is like, but how can a being from another world understand the difficulties of our own? Real old 60s, 70s, Anyway, that is where we will end tonight's issue of Topflight. Well done, everybody. You beat a giant robot. There were some other things. I had a lot of things that could have come through their portal because I was like, we haven't fought in a while. And
don't worry, I will. I'm sure it won't be the last time I say that everything's fine.
Yeah, well, no, there's not.
One.
Nothing really to worry about right now. There's some fun ones in there, but I do think you probably rolled one of the more comic booky options.
Yeah, it was very fun.
I got a big gun out of it, so I'm happy.
You did get a big gun of that. I'm very happy about that. That's fun.
I'm
That's
gonna
a cool
have to,
gun you've got.
If we get into a situation where range becomes an issue as it does for melee characters, I'm just gonna hold your arm for you.
Yeah.
You could do that, and that would eliminate. You could point.
It's a howitzer basically.
I will tell. Oh, except you know what? What is your perception factor?
Me?
Mine?
Yeah. What is yours? Armament.
Perception factor is 3.
Perception factor 3. Okay, then you are at perception factor 3 for this. I would say you'll be at normal stuff. So the range of this weapon, just so you have it, is 400 feet, 800 feet.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
That's a lot of feet.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh man.
Fuck yeah.
Well, very good, guys. Great
put it
session
through
tonight.
a
I
portal.
also, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying we can put it through a portal.
Make portal, shoot. I do like the idea of a portal and that shooting up, and you're just like. So really, the range is 60 miles plus
60
400
miles.
to 800 feet. Well, very good. I do want to let everybody know. We'll see you next week for Topflight, but on Friday, if you want to tune in for a different kind of game, I think some members of this game will be in that game periodically, but inspired by a new book that's come out and honestly by some things that have happened in this one and my own sadistic interests. We are going to be beginning a horror Ravenloft campaign on this same Twitch channel, a completely different story. Not in this sort of Topflight universe, as it were. But you'll see some familiar faces from this stream on it, but that'll be on Fridays for the most part, and we'll be doing our session 0 of that. I guess that will probably be, these are issues, and those I think are chapters probably. That's kind of appropriate for a horror game. So that'll be happening on Friday. What's that?
What time?
Same time, 7:30. For the times, yes. So we'll be doing those on Fridays, but we'll still be doing Topflight on Mondays. So hope to see you at some or all of that craziness.
Same top. What is it?
Same top time, same top channel.
That's the one.
Top clock.
But it's,
Top o'clock.
it is
Hey.
neither of those things.
Hey guys, it's top o'clock somewhere.
Hey.
And on that, I think we'll say goodnight. Good night, everybody.
Top of the
Thank
morning.
you.
Top of the morning, top of the evening. There we go. Yes. Good night. Bye bye.